Hello and welcome to Here's to Your Health. I'm your host, Veggie Patty, and it is my pleasure to bring you the latest information on healthy living. Today I'm taking you on another journey behind the lens. We're here at Lake Erie Metropark, and I'm going to show you some of the trails that they have here, talk to one of the interpreters, and we're also going to go see the American lotus beds, one of the unique features of Lake Erie Metropark. One of the things that Lake Erie is known for is their many bike trails throughout their park. These are also used as walking paths and hiking trails. We're going to go ahead and take a walk down some of these and see what's out there. We're here talking to Kevin, one of the interpreters at Lake Erie Metropark. Thanks for talking to us today, Kevin.
Thanks for having me, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what do you do at the Metroparks?
Okay, as an interpreter, what we do is we translate the voices of history and nature into a language that everyone can understand. So it's our job to kind of convey information so that people have a greater understanding about the past, the present, and ultimately the future of what's happening here.
Great. So can you tell the viewers a little bit about Lake Erie Metropark? And I know we're at the Marshland Museum right now, but there's a lot to the rest of the park too. So how does that all interact and work?
Yeah, so what we have in this area, we have our Marshlands Museum, and we have nature trails, a nature trail that runs off of here. This is our Trappers Run Trail. We also have another trail that heads off to the south and east end of the park there called the Cherry Island Nature Trail. And south of that we have Cove Point and our wave pool area. So depending on what you're looking to do, you can come out, bring the family to go into the wave pool. We have a playscape for the kids. We have tennis courts and basketball courts, baseball diamonds, all sorts of activities down at that end as well, picnic areas. We have a marina down at the south end of the park as well, and then directly behind us here across the marsh we have a boat launch. So if you're not docking for the extended period of time in the marina, you can bring your boat for a daily launch out here at our boat launch.
So I noticed there's a lot of bikers in the park. So how many trails, bike paths do you have, would you say?
We have roughly about 5 miles of bike path here in the park. It's more of a linear type path. It's not a circle, so there really isn't a big loop that you can do. It's kind of more of a head out and come back sort of a bike path.
Great. Now you do a lot of programs at the museum for kids as well. And before you get to that, why don't you tell the viewers what you're standing next to, because people may be wondering what this big pile of twigs is.
Yeah, what I'm standing next to here is a simulated eagle nest. Here along the Detroit River is a great spot to see bald eagles, any time of year actually. And this is kind of one of our activities that we use during our biggest program of the year, which is our Hawk Fest, which will be on the 21st and 22nd of September this year. And it's usually the third weekend of September. And during Hawk Fest we have falconers and rehabilitators here showing off live birds of prey. We have outside organizations coming in to do programming. We do programming ourselves. And it's just a great weekend. Lots of crafts, lots of activities for the kids. and also a chance to get up close and personal to some of our live birds of prey, and bald eagles being one of those. Here at Lake Erie, just down the hill here, we have an enclosure for a bald eagle, our bald eagle Luke, who's been with us for 4 years now. And Luke is a non-releasable bird, so he's going to be with us for the duration. And we do lots of programming involving our birds of prey, and this is just kind of one of the things that the kids will get a chance to do at Hawk Fest. They'll be able to climb up into that, dress up like an eagle, and actually see what it's like to be a baby eagle inside the nest.
Great. So now what are some of the other activities that you have for kids at the museum and for families as well?
Yeah, we do lots of different programs. Each weekend we have a program either involving history or nature. Because we are a museum and a nature center, we're able to kind of hit a lot of both. A lot of the local history programming that we do here involving things like the rum running back in the 1920s and some of the areas of involvement of this area in the War of 1812 and that sort of thing. As far as the nature aspect goes, we try to hit, since we are a marshland, we do a lot of programming involving what's in the marsh, plant-wise, animal-wise, and how that changes throughout the seasons.
Great. Well, now what's your favorite part about Lake Erie Metropark?
The one thing that I love about this park, and it's just anything in nature in general, is that day to day, week to week, month to month, it always changes. It's always different. You never come here and get the same thing twice. Whether it be in the wintertime going out and seeing the swans and the eagles on the ice, or in the springtime getting the warblers and other things moving through, summertime, this beautiful weather that we have and being out, and fall, of course, with the hawk migration here. This is one of the hot spots of the entire North America to come see hawk migration. So just something different every day, and that's probably the most enjoyable aspect.
Great. Well, thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thanks for having me.
And we will put your number up for the Lake Erie Metropark and let people know how to get in contact with you guys.
Thanks.
Now at the American lotus beds at Lake Erie Metropark. The American lotus is a threatened species in Michigan because we have very limited habitat area. However, it is not a threatened or endangered species in some other areas. One of the best viewing places, however, in Michigan is at Lake Erie Metropark. The path essentially cuts through the middle of two lotus beds. The lotuses are in bloom from mid-July through September. So if you're looking for an afternoon to get out, get into nature, go for a short walk, maybe meditate and reflect on some issues going on in your life or just what you have going on, this is a great place to come and do that. We are now on the other side of Lake Erie Metropark. There are trails on this side too, biking and walking trails, as well as a picnic area and playscapes for families to come to. And that is Lake Erie right out there. Thank you for tuning in today for this episode of Here's to Your Health, Behind the Lens at Lake Erie Metropark. Remember that sometimes we need to push ourselves away from the computer, stop watching TV, and get out, get active, reconnect with nature. It's good for our health, good for your soul. For more healthy living tips and tricks, please visit my website at www.veggiepatty.com. And remember, regardless of the cards that you were dealt or your current state of health, you have the power to take charge of your health. So never give up and never stop learning. The solution you seek may be just around the corner. I wish you a wonderful today and an even better tomorrow. Here's to your health.